But first, we're streaming the VOD to Twitch, so I can download it from there.
Okay.
But I could just start recording manually in here or do any number of things, but we're doing it this way. So, welcome everyone to the first episode of So We Started a Podcast. I guess it goes without saying.
Start the podcast.
No.
It was always playing in our brains and other stuff.
So a little bit of background for Dylan and I have been friends for years. We met in undergrad.
I am Dylan.
I am Adam.
This is Adam.
We met in undergrad, and we have and we've become very good friends. And
quite.
While I was doing my master's, I would frequently call him at absolutely absurd hours. And we would talk for an absolutely absurd number of hours.
And when I was on campus with him, I would often be there in person at absurd hours. Like the time we went and got McDonald's at 5 a.m.
The time we found out that McDonald's in some places is not, in fact, all day.
That was one hell of a day.
Yeah. Have you ever waited outside of McDonald's for it to open for breakfast? Because I have.
In a car, thankfully.
Watching episodes of Ruby Chibi.
Good times.
Good times. But basically, these conversations tend to go in some very weird directions. And, like...
You go in weird directions.
We both go in weird directions. And so... Yes. Alright, Nostalgia Critic. And so we figured... for all the other creative ideas we have and things we want to do, it might be nice to have an archive of these conversations. So going forward, we're going to, about once a week, have an episode of this podcast. I think we're going to try and do it Saturday nights going into Sundays in the future.
We'll find out.
Or Friday nights going into Saturdays. We're still working on figuring it out. But we are going to try and manage once a week. Expect the format to be about 2 hours in length, maybe less, maybe more. Sometimes our brains will tap out earlier than others.
We'll find out.
So, so to kick things off, Dylan, did you prepare some prompts for this one? I know you had said you had thought about it.
Let me look around. I have that paper somewhere. And
in terms of the video game in the background, this is going to be a standard thing. We will have gaming in the background. It'll vary from week to week. Sometimes it will be part of the podcast. Sometimes it will be completely separate from it.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish this a little bit here. And so
okay.
Basically, yeah, the gameplay is just something to watch while you listen to the podcast.
Well, I don't know about anything along the lines of a sane, rational topic, but the first thing at the top of this very short list of topics I just wrote in haste, and it was The Adventures of Chowderhead. I have no idea what it means, but here we are.
Okay, Chowderhead.
All right. Adventures of Chowderhead, written very hastily in my horrific cursive.
So there's a candidate that runs for election, that runs for office in Britain every cycle.
Oh my god.
And his name's Lord Buckethead. And he's just
I'm getting Cuphead vibes.
It's like Vermin Supreme. He's a joke candidate, right?
Oh my god.
So Chowderhead is what happens when Lord Buckethead gives up his political aspirations and starts a soup kitchen. Figuring he can be more use to people in that fashion.
What the fuck are you talking about? Where did you get this?
Dude, this is basically Whose Line Is It Anyway, but without people anywhere near that skilled. So let's just keep at this.
So let's just keep going and see what happens.
We probably should have stopped before we started streaming. So let's keep going and see what happens.
He's right, you know. Oh, God.
Alright, so what do you think Chowderhead means?
It means I wrote this in haste, was very tired, and thusly don't know what it means. But if I were to guess, I would guess Chowderhead is a cousin of Cuphead. And he, too, has made a deal with the devil. But unlike Cuphead and his brother, needs to consistently deal with making sure the chowder in his head does not under any circumstances spell out, because if it does, he will die.
Huh.
It's a tortured existence.
Alright. Coming soon to a sequel near you.
Take a sip of this. I'm an itty bitty Cuphead. 10 seconds in, I've already made a pun. Yeah, that's a great rap. You should listen to JT music.
I should play Cuphead, but I feel like I'm gonna hate myself if I try playing Cuphead.
We should play Cuphead.
It is multiplayer.
We should start a diner and name it Cuphead.
I don't want to get sued by the guy who made Cuphead.
Shh, that's the trick. We get him in on it.
I'm on board with this. I'm actually entirely, unironically, on board with this.
Who wants Mugman? Who wants an order of the Mugman? It's just an eggs and toast breakfast with a mug shaped like Mugman.
You start up a diner and it's just video game themed meals. So it's just like, oh, here's wow, I just completely like blanked on every video game meal. Here's Seafood Magnifique from World of Warcraft. We can't guarantee that it will actually. We can guarantee one thing: it will buff. It will buff your cholesterol.
Because food is fattening.
Right.
Wait, bread makes you fat?
Bread makes you fat? Wait, bread makes you fat? Such a great line.
Scott Pilgrim, for anybody who hasn't seen it. Great fucking movie.
Phenomenal movie. Haven't read the comic series.
It's a good series. Do.
So how about that local sports team?
I don't watch sports. I watch Blood Bowl.
Yeah, let's talk
Blood Bowl.
Let's talk about that.
And I live Blood Bowl.
Okay. This is going to scary places. This is going to scary places.
And everyone is Blood Bowl. Do you play Blood Bowl?
Yes.
Do you live Blood Bowl?
No.
Do you die Blood Bowl?
Decidedly not.
You should play Blood Bowl.
I do. Does somebody want to? Do you want to explain what the fuck Blood Bowl is to the people in our audience who may not have watched?
Fantasy football.
That's
all it is and ever will be.
It is fantasy football in the most literal sense of those words.
Chicken fuckers.
Dylan, we can't just steal bits from the dollop every episode.
I'm not, okay? I'm not. I am an original, well-thinking, well-mannered, well-composed individual when I have had my sleep and am not tired out of my wits. Because, you know why? You know why, Adam? I live Blood Bowl. I die Blood Bowl. I am very tired. I'm also really fucked on this game of Hearthstone.
Yes, you are. I'm very happy about this turn of events.
Well, you should be. You worked very hard to get it.
It's okay. I'll throw the next one so that you can get the free pack.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry, child. See,
Okay.
Heaven's got a plan for you.
All right, so
Don't you worry, child.
I'm trying to think what other topics we can look at. We should have prepared better for this. Oh well. Live and learn.
Bam! Both minions are dead. You're dead. I'm dead. Jimmy Hoffa's dead.
We don't know where Jimmy Hoffa is, but we know where he is not.
Alive.
That's a song by Paul and Storm. It's really good.
We don't know where Jimmy Hoffa is.
He's not playing lead guitar for Styx because that's damn, I forget the line. All right.
Hey, War Master Voon.
Oh, that makes me really happy because I just saw it not double any dragons in your hand.
Yeah, well, I don't freaking care. Can't get enough of that sugar crisp. Keeps me going strong.
Sugar crisp, can't get enough of that sugar crisp.
Even if hundreds die.
Well, this went into places I was not expecting.
Yep. I see a vision in the flames.
Yes, and the vision is of your imminent demise.
The vision is fire.
Quite a lot of it, yes.
You just activated my trap card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah. End turn. Oh, I've got you now.
No, you don't.
I've got you now. You are so fucked. There's no way he's gonna come back from this.
That seems like a pretty good start.
Those dogs are rather cute.
The fact that you couldn't acquire a actual, like, Mastiff companion pet in the starting zone for the Gilneans made me very sad.
Meh. Meh.
Meh isn't good content.
Meh. Meh. Meh.
Alright.
There. Now I have Murlocs.
There. Now we have content.
There. Now I'm rather upset that you didn't have faith in me. Ooh, bats. Look out. It's the Batman.
Well,
Batman does whatever a bat can. Climbs on walls, shits on the floor, flies around, scares your neighbors. Look out, here comes the Batman. There is no stopping the Batman, Adam. You may
sorry,
think
it just
there
felt
is.
very cold all of a sudden.
Is it because you thought of trying to stop the Batman?
No, it's not. You've done a good job stalling me here.
I did it.
You have no rush minions. You clown.
I don't care. I have a rhino. And he's angry. Slurp. Slurp.
Don't went all in this turn.
Slurp.
With the hope that you just can't clear it.
Slurp.
Okay, look, we can slurp next week when we play Satisfaction. Oh, great, I'm giving the game away.
Slurp. to do, what to do,
All right.
what to do,
All right,
what
all
to
right.
do, what to do, what to do, what to do. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this.
So I'm thinking about Randy writes a novel, right?
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna do this.
And he gets to lose.
I don't fucking care. I've got the power of God and anime on my side.
I mean, I guess the character you just summoned is vaguely anime in style.
I
But that's a bit of a
actually
stretch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, Archmage Vargoth.
All right,
You
time
can't
to play with my
possibly beat
food.
me. You can't possibly beat me, you coward.
All right.
He's shaking in his boots.
I had lethal last turn and decided to play with my food. So yes,
You coward.
If by shaking in my boots you mean sipping tea very calmly, then yes, I'm shaking in my boots.
Yeah, I've got him right where I want him. I've got 4 health left. He's got 27. He thinks he has the upper hand. Because he does have the upper hand. He thinks he has the upper hand. He does have the upper hand. He's gonna kill you. You have 2 health. He thinks he has the upper hand.
I'm gonna let the game kill you. Because that's always the most satisfying way to end things.
Dun 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 dun.
That's actually a little bit concerning. Except for, this.
He thinks he has the upper hand. He just won. Yeah, but he thinks he's got the edge. He just won. Yeah, but he didn't win. He thought he'd won.
Alright,
You see, guys, that's the secret. They can't win if they don't win. This is what's called the long game.
Okay. Now, pivoting back to the people who aren't watching the visuals to this.
I just got horrifically slammed in Hearthstone. But the thing is, Adam didn't win. You see, he reduced my health to 0. But did that feel satisfying? No.
Extremely. Extremely.
Come on, man. I don't want to play Battlegrounds. I'd rather just do straight up Hearthstone.
Alright, I'm gonna play a meme deck. Well, let's play some memes.
Okay, I'm gonna play only trumpets.
Okay, so do you have anything else on that sheet of paper aside from Chowderhead?
Let's take a look. I wrote down memes, actually.
Okay.
That doesn't seem to translate well over a standard audio-based medium.
No, it does not.
I'm just not so sure how well this prompt was thought through. Adam?
Yes? I'm listening. What's going on here?
Meet the Robinsons was a great movie.
Okay.
I really loved it. What was your favorite part?
I didn't see it, but I remember that it has a big head and tiny little arms.
He's just not so sure how well this plan was thought through. How many T-Rexes do you think it'd take to kidnap one kid? Smart money's on 3.
How do you divide it? 1 to pick the kid up, 1 to distract its parents with the fact that there's a T-Rex, and 1 to bust the house down?
Nah. pretty sure it'd take 3 of them to break down any of the corners the kid could hide in so that their tiny arms couldn't get him.
Ah, okay. And then it only
They'd
takes
get 'em.
one.
Yeah, they'd get him eventually. It's just a matter of 3's all you need to level a city.
Quite.
Unless, yeah, a dino running through a city is effectively like a tank moving through a city. You don't know how to respond to it, but you dispatch everyone anyway.
I think that's fair. I in no way can dispute that.
Fun fact, a tank did actually roll through San Francisco in the 90s. It was fun. The cops didn't know how to respond to it, but the tank eventually wore itself out.
Listen, I really can't fault the cops for not knowing how to respond to a tank going down the roads of San Francisco.
Don't worry, guys. The tank wore itself out. It got tired.
It crashed on a highway divider.
It got itself. It tired out. It got tired. It's the only explanation, man. What? You're gonna tell me the majestic creature that is the tank was captured by man? Don't be ridiculous, man. It's a tank. They're prideful beasts.
I'll hop in with a take here. All right.
I'm listening. What's your hot take of the year?
Tanks and meth are a combination that should not exist.
Tanks and meth are a combination that should exist in Mad Max and nowhere else.
That is a good revision to what I just stated.
You know what? Actually, tanks and meth are just so much fun.
Can we not with the tanks and the meth and the tanks and the meth?
Come on, it's not like there's a precedent for tanks and meth going horribly, horribly right.
You're right, there isn't, but there is one for them going horribly, horribly wrong.
The tank wasn't loaded with weaponry, Adam. It just drove around and scared a lot of folks.
Have you seen the clip? I need to set up so I can flip between scenes. I'll have to work on that for the future. But have you seen the clip where it runs over a fire hydrant?
Yeah.
That might be the funniest thing I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Because one moment there's a fire hydrant, and the next moment there's a stream of water taller than a building. Sorry,
water tap versus tank.
Sorry, moment 0. Sorry, key 0. Fire hydrant. Key 1, tank. Key 2, geyser.
Step 1, water pressure cap. Step 2, tank. Step 3,
question mark.
ever.
You forgot the question mark. It's step 1, highly pressurized water container. Step 2, tank. Step 3, question marks. Step 4,
profit.
Water park.
Profit.
Yes.
Profit from water park.
Profit from water park. Or no, step 4, water park. Step 5, profit. There we go.
Phase 3 is profit. Phase 1 is tanks and meth. What's phase 2? Well, phase 3 is profit. No, stop dodging the question. Phase 1, however, is tanks and meth. Yes. So what's phase 2? Well, we're not sure. But we're sure about phase 1. Stop it.
We've done that joke before, but
not on this podcast. This is all new shit to these people. Oh man.
Well, we don't know about phase 2, but we're sure about phase 1 and 3.
We're sure that tanks and meth will eventually lead to profit. We just don't know how we get from point 1 to point 3. Point 2. That's how you get from point 1 to point 3. Precisely. Yeah. So what's point 2? Well, point 1, no. No, no, no. You can't keep skipping point 2 like it's nothing. All right, so here's another plan where I can show you that point 2 is irrelevant. Okay, so point 1 is I become a business conglomerate worldwide, yeah? And point 3 is the presidency. No, yes, no, yes. I don't want to know about point 2 now. Yeah, I bet you don't. Funny, because it's vaguely political, even though it's not. Politics is an interesting thing these days.
It is one hell of a beast.
Yeah. You know what else is one hell of a beast? The majestic tank. Just look at it in its natural habitat.
I'm hoping that right
San
now,
Francisco.
I'm hoping that right now, as you're saying the majestic tank, you haven't opened the 7-7 tank with the Vine shield in your library, and you're just pointing at it, going, "The majestic tank."
What a beautiful creature aims its enormous gun at me. It sees me. I'm gonna run up to it and feed it. How to approach a tank. Crikey, that's a wild M16.
Hey, yesterday was Steve Irwinn's birthday.
Crikey, it's a time-accurate reference. One of nature's most dangerous creatures. It roams the streets of San Francisco looking for cars and fire hydrants to crush. I'm gonna poke it. Steve, no, Steve, that's a sticker grenade. Get back here, Steve! He's angry!
Of course he's angry, you stuck it with a grenade!
Now, as you can see, he's targeting the bakery on the corner because he's not very good with his reflexes. But I'm thinking if I could slip under him, I can get into the hatch. Turn him down for good. Steve, for the love of God, this is a war zone. We need to leave. Shush. It's for the kids. What?
Don't you know every dollar donated during commercial breaks of this episode was going to Doctors Without Borders?
What? How'd we get that sponsorship? How'd we get this premise? Who did this? Why did I sign up for this? This whole thing is riddled with questions.
Well, if I remember correctly, the reason you signed up for this was you said that you would do, quote-unquote, anything for the opportunity to work with Steve Irwinn in any capacity. I don't know how dangerous to my own well-being it is. Direct quote.
So I hired a guy, put him up on meth for 3 days, and then put him in a tank. Why? For the kids, Jimmy. For the kids. You're not a very good impersonator of Steve Irwinn. I'm fucking trying, man. Trying to live up to the legacy. You couldn't help me. Well, for starters, you could have found an actual fucking animal. You know? The thing he used to do. I had a tank and a meth head best friend. And a dream.
And a costume. That doesn't quite fit because I've had it since I was 12. But you know, it's trying.
The point I'm making is he impacted me as a child. So go teach about koalas. Go back to school. Stop doing meth with your neighbor and stealing tanks. Hey, to be fair, after the first time it happened in San Francisco, there was a precedent, and they didn't follow it. They didn't think anyone would be dumb enough to steal a tank again. Well, they shouldn't have made their defenses so easy to hack.
Well, to be fair, the idea that they didn't think anyone would be dumb enough to do the same thing twice is a really bad defense.
That's double jeopardy. I can't be charged for the same crime that's already been committed. That's not how double
jeopardy works. You're committing the crime a separate time. You can be charged under a separate charge.
What if I change my name to the guy who committed it last time? Huh? How do they know it's not me who is him? Because they killed the last guy. Or did they? They did. Or did they?
There's
the tank's
footage
coming
of
this
it.
Way. The tank's coming this way, and there's footage of it. Or did they?
Okay, play your memeiest wild deck.
Okay. But did they get footage of it? I'm leaving.
You can't. You signed a contract.
The fuck I did! I didn't sign a contract that said I'd die by meth head and tank. Fuck this! Walks off.
It takes out the contract, turns to page 12. Well, technically you didn't sign off that you would be killed by meth head and tank, but you did sign on.
Slowly lowering any.
But you hold on. But you did sign on for a role, quote, featuring a meth head and a tank. But wait, that means that you cited illegal activity as compulsory within the contract, which therefore makes it null and void. Damn it, I forgot that's how the law works.
The guy in the tank peeks out after having missed the guy at point blank. Well, was it an officially notarized document? Because if it wasn't, then that places everything in there under suspect. Damn, how do I find that out?
Scroll to the bottom and go to the final page and see if it says notarized.
I don't have the final page. What do you mean?
Well, then it can't. Well, then it can't be. It can't be legitimate if you don't have the final page of the master copy of the contract.
Oh, damn it! And points at the meth head in the tank. I told you to staple this. Paper clips don't do. Maybe remember who's in the fucking tank.
And maybe don't trust a meth head with your stationery.
Cut to the meth head being sniped in the head by an FBI agent. We got him! Move in! Alright, all of you are coming with us! Fuck did we do? Points to the tank. You know what? Yeah, now that I think about it, this is all highly suspect. Yeah, fucking really. Officers, I'd like to immediately turn myself over and offer full cooperation. I didn't realize this guy was fucking bananas. Wait, hang on. Is that Steve Irwinn? No!
No, it's just a man who looked up to him. Well, we all do. How can you fault him for that? Yes, but none of you stole a tank. Ah, Jimmy.
Oh, come on. Who amongst us hasn't stolen a tank in our youths? Look at this guy. Tussles his hair. You rascal. I mean, what's the worst he's done? He blew up 3 corner stores and a bakery. Did you run over a fire hydrant? No. Why did you do that? Come on, 1 minute there's fire hydrant, next thing you know.
Oh, and by the way, in my head, this is all taking place. In my head, this is all taking place in like Pasadena.
1 minute there's tank, next thing you know there's no tank. Just water geyser. Oh my god. Down at the precinct. Well, I don't think this needs to go to trial. This is an open and shut case, boys. Is it, Chief? I really hope you're going where I think you're going, because if you're going where I don't think you're going, it's the one sane private talking to him who's not charmed by the Steve Irwinn-like antics. Of course. This young man is guilty, oh thank God, of being a scamp. No, Chief, no. Chief, no! For the love of God! Did he kill anyone? No, he just destroyed tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars in public property. Nothing that can't be replaced, though. Chief, stop making excuses. The man put his meth head buddy in a tank. Yeah, and we killed him. Could you imagine how he must feel? No! I don't care! My favorite bagel shop is gonna be out of business for months. The lovely Italian family that runs it will likely be on the street because of this fuck. But what a ride, right? Chief, stop it! You know what? Fuck it. I'm calling Giuseppe and I'm telling him he can stay at my place. How many daughters does he have? 15! And I'm taking care of every last one of them because you won't convict this guy!
Giuseppe.
Don't Giuseppe me. You're putting him and his family out on the fucking street.
Listen, we said we weren't going to throw the guy in jail. We didn't say that we weren't going to make sure that things were fixed up.
The guy should go to jail, and things should get fixed up, Chief. For the love of Christ. Look, we'll talk about it. There's nothing to fucking talk about, Chief. He's guilty. He's fucking guilty. Throw him in a cell. You really can't just stop and think about the big picture. I'm the only one thinking in general. Jesus fucking Christ, Chief. Look, we'll put it in a jury of his peers.
Well, yes, that's expected.
We will send this to trial. We won't instantly pardon him. Is that what you want? Yes, Chief. That's all I want. You know what? I'll even let you sit in on the proceedings. I would like that. I'd very much like to see his face when the gavel slams guilty. Cut to the proceedings. Oh my God. Looks at the jury, it's nothing but Steve Irwinn impressioners.
It's nothing but koalas and one kangaroo.
Son of a bitch. How is this a jury of his peers? Who does Steve Irwinn spend lots of time around? He's not Steve fucking Irwinn! Steve Irwinn is dead! But he lives on in our hearts. Maybe he does. You know what he doesn't live on in? Real life!
With a tank.
I feel like I'm the only sane human being left. Jesus fucking Christ. Look, let's let the jury decide. The jury is already making its decision. By the way, why is the one kangaroo not the foreman? Why is one of the koalas not the fucking foreman? I assume the kangaroo was here because he would be the foreman. Why would a kangaroo be the foreman? Why would any of the koalas? Well, actually, we were gonna have an impressionist.
The stenographer is just a bilby.
What's next?
What's next? Hang on. What's next? You're gonna tell me that the justice is that the presiding judge is a wombat? The chair turns around. Oh, it's mother of God!
It's not a wombat. It's a didgeridoo.
It's not a wombat. It's a platypus playing the didgeridoo.
Chief, yeah, I've been waiting my whole life to say this, and today's the fucking day. Slams his hands down on the table. This is kangaroo court in every sense of the word.
Yeah, that's warranted.
So you're gonna get the kangaroo and the koalas out of the jury chair, and you're gonna put an actual fucking judge? Hey, Sir Perry, who plays the didgeridoo on the weekends, did his time and is a certified court justice. On whose authority?
Wait, did you just say Perry? Oh no. Oh no. It's been 104 days of summer vacation.
No, turns back and looks at the court justice chair. The fucking platypus is gone. Where's Perry?
Ferb walks in. I said the same thing this morning.
The actual court justice sits down. He's the fucking old guy from the Phoenix Wright game. Alright, sorry about that. My pet platypus went missing, and I had to bring him back home.
This is slightly better. Only slightly.
Hold on a second. Is that Steve Irwinn? No! Steve Irwinn is fucking dead! Now, son, I heard rumors. Apparently, dead people can be spotted well after their deaths. Why, I know a fellow who claimed he saw Elvis not too long ago. That makes too much sense coming from you, Your Honor. Court is now in session for the case against Mr. Steve Irwinn. That's not his fucking name. That's his fucking name. He changed it?
Yeah, spelled with 2 N's.
He actually changed it after this all started. Why? Something about double jeopardy. No! Steve was never even charged! How does that even work? What is happening? What is this? Is this some horrific nightmare?
Well, actually, son, for all you know, it could be. What? How do you know you weren't just sitting there recording a perfectly average scenario with a Steve Irwinn impressioner, and you got hit on the head with a coconut? Why?
Who would hit me on the head with a coconut?
Wait a second. Hold on. Slams desk.
And walks the surviving members of Monty Python.
Hold it!
Somebody
Slams
asked.
desk.
Somebody
Points
asked
finger
for a
at them.
swallow.
Slams desk, points finger at them. Hold it! Now, there's a glaring contradiction in that statement. Oh, come on, this is no time for judgment. We're in a courtroom. Shut up! Why would there be a coconut just lying around? I mean, granted, Steve Irwinn does do some unusual explorations, but scarcely in a place that I've ever seen with coconuts!
He had
Therefore, I concede.
Hold on. He had an entire special on the Galapagos Islands.
Yeah, and say that again. What was it?
An entire special on the Galapagos Islands?
A special, which means the odds of me actually being hit on the head by a coconut are excessively rare. Therefore, this is reality, and I can prove it. Slap self. That hurt. Fuck, this is reality! This whole thing is real! Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, Descartes. You have proven that it isn't just the you in the mirror.
All right. Now, court will proceed with the trial of Mr. Steve Irwinn. Irwinn? Yes, with two N's. Why does that irritate me even more than just him being Steve Irwinn? You seem to be very irritable today, my friend. Well, yes, Your Honor, I've had a long fucking day.
My favorite bagel shop has been destroyed. Does that mean your favorite bagel shop has been destroyed? This is a travesty. But doesn't that mean you have a conflict of interest when assisting with this case?
Your Honor, did you like Giuseppe's bagels?
I loved them.
Well, then doesn't that mean you are up for a conflict of interest here, Your Honor?
Yes, so we will dismiss the case. We will temporarily suspend the case. I'm going to declare a mistrial, and they will find somebody else to try it, and somebody else to hear it.
Before you do, I have one question, Your Honor. Who is the next in line judge residing over this case? Well, I believe Sir Perry the Platypus. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it now. Rather have a goddamn human than this bullshit. Wait. You're a judge. Yes. And your platypus is also a judge. Yes. On whose authority? Mine. Of course it was fucking yours. Why would it not be yours?
Okay. I'm going to ask you to declare the mistrial, and also declare a mistrial on Perry's behalf, because he's clearly conflicted since he was your pet.
I never fed him one of Giuseppe's bagels. He's perfectly out of conflict of interest. He's a fucking platypus, Your Honor.
He knows.
Watch what you say, son.
Hold on. Your Honor, he knows that when you bring home Giuseppe's bagels, it makes you happy, and that makes him happy. Therefore, it is a conflict of interest.
All that. The fucking prosecutor's standing there. There's no way to prove that for certain. Are you mean to tell me that you are capable of reading the thoughts and wills of a platypus? You mean to tell me that a platypus incapable of producing any form of thought or speech should be a court justice? The prosecution rests, Your Honor. Hi. Me again. Steve? Can we maybe get back to my trial? Oh, I'll get to you. I will fucking get to you.
Now, Mr. Irwinn. Mr. Irwinn with two N's. Do you admit to giving your friend meth? Yes. Do you admit to stealing a tank? Yes. Your Honor, I would argue that it does not matter why he did these things, as long as he was not under duress from another individual, which he has not made any claim to be. He is guilty. Now the question is whether he should go to prison or receive therapy and assistance for his quite likely major mental deficits is a question for you as in terms of sentencing. But the man is guilty, Your Honor, and is pleading as such.
I see. Well, your cooperation will certainly allow for a more lenient sentence.
Lenient? You know what? This is going relatively like a normal trial. I will shut my mouth and see where this goes. In the hopes that something good comes of this.
I think, in the name of this fellow, it would be perfectly reasonable to sentence him to several months of community service and mandated therapy.
The fuck?
And restitution to the city and the people whose property was destroyed.
Better? How is that going to be paid for, Your Honor?
I'm just going to say right now, I've got like $5 to my name, and I spent 2 of them on the way in here on a soda.
Well, Mr. Irwinn, you are a Steve Irwinn impersonator, are you not?
Impressionist, yes. Impersonating is illegal, and I don't commit crimes.
You just admitted to committing a crime, sir. Now, if I may, we have a very easy answer here. With permission from the Irwinn's family, which means we're going to need to make a call to Australia.
Oh, I love those.
You may voice act Steve Irwinn in a cartoon, which will be used to raise money both for conservation and restitution to those who you have harmed.
All right, I accept these terms. Also, I'd like to state for the record, Wallaby, Didgeridoo, Hugh Jackman. I move that these be struck from the court record, Your Honor. Oh, hang on.
Hang on.
I'd like to see where this goes.
The stenographer goes, I'm sorry, I'm not removing that from my notes. This has been the highlight of my entire career.
Well, I'm glad you got joy from it. I really fucking am. If you'll excuse me, Your Honor, I'm gonna go eat some fucking donuts, drink some coffee, and reconsider my fucking life choices. Have fun. You know, Cindy, life sucks. Another crazy.
Was it better or worse than the time somebody thought they were Nikola Tesla and started running around with a taser?
Just slowly looks up at her. Define better or worse for me.
Are you in a worse mood tonight?
Looks down at his coffee. Can you make this an Irish coffee? You're in a worse mood tonight. Last time you just asked if our pastries were anything but shitty and cold. Are they? We got a toaster so they can be shitty and warm. Yep. Fuck it, give me a croissant. How do you want it? Does it matter? It's still gonna be fucking shitty.
I've heard from the people who get it warm, it's quite slightly less shitty.
Fine.
Toasted.
You want butter? Is it gonna make it better?
Yes.
No?
Maybe. Probably.
Fine, I'll take butter. You want cheese? Are we just gonna do this over and over? What do you want on it? Eggs, bacon, cheese, anything to make it taste less shitty. Okay. Can you believe this? I can't believe this fucker. His name was Steve fucking Irwinn. Really? I'm sorry, Irwinn.
With 2 N's.
That's weird. That's actually very weird. Why? Why would he do that? I don't fucking know.
Something about double jeopardy. That's not how double jeopardy works. I'm a cop. You think I don't know this?
You know, Cindy, some days I just want to shoot myself in the head. Please don't.
If you do, please don't do it in here. I don't want to clean up.
Also, if you do, leave me a generous tip the day you're gonna do it. Really, Cindy? It's not like you're gonna be using it. You know what? If I'm ever gonna commit suicide on a day I come in here, I'll drop 100 in the jar. And I'm gonna trust you to take that 100 out, give it back to me, and bring me to a mental hospital.
I can do that.
Well, I'm gonna promise it. Why would you not do that? Look, times are tough.
I'm gonna promise the taking you to the mental hospital part.
I can't promise that somewhere along the way the dollar doesn't go missing.
The $100 doesn't go into gas money, food, or keeping the lights on. You know what, Cindy? That's fair.
I'll consider it a payment for you for being such a good fucking barista / friend.
Well, thank you, chum.
Now, what were we talking about? That's got me so miffed. He says he's slowly pouring some whiskey from his fucking flask into the coffee, and he doesn't stop even when it starts overflowing.
Something about Steve Irwinn with 2 N's.
Oh yeah, the Double Jeopardy guy. Who didn't get Double Jeopardy. Because there was never a single Jeopardy. You need a vacation? I need 5!
You need a vacation. You need vacations 5 layers deep. You need vaception. I apologize for bringing that old meme back up. Thank you, Cindy, for apologizing for that.
Just shotguns the entire coffee. Alright. I'm going home. I'm not driving. I'm walking. Left my car at the precinct. I'll see you tomorrow. Walks out the door. Walks back in. I forgot my wallet. Falls over. Meanwhile, back at the precinct. You're going away for a long time, you son of a bitch. All I did was pop a balloon at a kid's party, you sick bastard. I made one kid cry, and that's one more than you're supposed to. You're a clown.
Yeah, kids don't like us.
I feel like you got some pent-up aggression here, man. Looks over to the other guy. This guy's got bad written all over him.
Didn't your didn't your mom show you it when you were like 5? This has nothing to do with it. I'm pretty sure this has everything to do with that.
Look, I don't like the look of this fella, okay? There's just something about him. I feel like we're a bad precinct.
Hang on, I got one question for the clown. Yes, you have a question for me? I'm not answering any questions until I have my lawyer. It has nothing to do with the facts of the case. Don't care. Not answering it unless I have my lawyer. Is it true that there's a museum filled with eggs? There's a museum in London filled with eggs that that clowns have painted and have done their makeup on to trademark their face? Yes, it is true.
But I'm not in it. I'm not that big yet. Yet!
One day you will be.
You're aspiring to make this your career? I hoped that I already had, but then someone called the police on me because I made the kid cry. Look, I tried to make one poodle. I'm not great at it yet. I don't know why this has gone as far as it has. You're the 3rd group of policemen to come in here and interrogate me. Do you have any idea how fucked up that is? I'm a clown. Yeah, you're a clown, and you're going away for a long time, pal. Okay, Chief, you go out, take 5, have a coffee. Cindy's is across the street. Please do yourself a favor. Chill the fuck out. He's a clown. He's just a clown. Yeah, he's just a clown, Chief.
Precinct Chief heads over to Cindy's. Sees let's just call it. Sees Jimmy on the floor.
Watson, what the fuck? Yeah, what? He had a long day.
Is it about Steve Irwinn with 2 N's?
With the 2 N's, yes. He's doing worse than the last time. Yeah, he's doing a lot worse. Pastry's still shitty and cold, but they can be warm. You got a toaster? Yep. That's cool.
That's a good start.
Yeah, well, tell that to fucking management. So what should I do with him? Is he still on hours? Lunch break? I don't think he's going to be going back to work anytime soon. Yeah, you sure about that? His flask was full when he came in. It's empty now, and only a little of it's on the counter.
Hang on. His flask was full when he came in. Precinct chief picks up the flask. It's empty. I didn't lie to you. Oh.
There's only a little bit of it on the counter, Chief. I'll make sure he gets home safe. How you gonna do that? I'm gonna bring him into my fucking office, throw a blanket over him while he sleeps on my chair, and then 4 hours later, when it's punch-out time, he better be awake. What's gonna happen if he's not? Well, he's sleeping on the street tonight. You really gonna do that to him? Yeah, but I know you won't.
Listen, Chief, can't you just put him in one of your extra cells? Yeah, you're right, Cindy.
But I'm questioning his sanity if he wakes up hung up in a police cell. I don't think Watson needs that question on his mind when he wakes up first thing in the morning. Also, I may be willing to let him sleep out on the street, but I know you aren't. You'd really put that burden on me?
Cindy, you know me.
Yeah.
Cindy, you know me. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, you really are. Look, law comes first. How I treat people comes second. I feel like you've got those mixed up. Or at the very least, the second one should have higher stakes in your life. Now, that sounds like the words of somebody who's got a parking lot violation. Would you like a free coffee, sir? That's more like it. As he's walking out with the coffee and Jimmy. Joke's on him, our coffee tastes like shit. Several hours later. Jimmy. Jimmy. Hey. Jimmy. What's... Oh, my fucking head. What's going on? Jimmy. It's 5 o'clock. Why are we out at the front desk? What happened? You've been sleeping in my office for the past...
4 hours.
4 hours. What? What happened? You went over to the coffee shop, you drank a shit ton of whiskey in your coffee, and you fell over. Did I get my wallet back? Your wallet was in there? Ah, god damn it. Fuck.
Cindy's good people. She won't steal your credit cards.
Well,
only a 20.
fucking great. So, where is... Wait, the fuck are my keys? Oh, I confiscated them. Why? You were drunk. What? Well, give them back. I'm not drunk anymore. No, you're hungover, which is so much better. Chief, I live miles away. What are you gonna do? You gotta give me my keys. That's not my problem. Because as you know, we are both officers of the law, which means you should have relinquished your keys to me the second you took a sip. Chief, I need to get home. Well, then you'd better catch a bus. The bus stations are blocks away, and I don't know the schedule. Well, then you'd better get over there. Chief? Yeah? Permission to speak freely. Permission denied. You're a piece of shit. I respect you.
Chief. Sorry. So you got, the way I see it, you got 3 options. Sleep on the street, figure out the bus schedule, or sleep in the cell. Can I keep the blanket? Yeah. I'm gonna take the cell.
As he's walking away, joke's on him. We closed the cells off 3 hours ago. Gets to the cells. Fucking Chief! Walks outside, proceeds to go to the bus station. It's Sunday. Walks back to Cindy's. Where's my fucking wallet? You're not going home? Not without my wallet. Or my keys. You didn't leave your keys here. Yeah, Chief has them. Why'd you give him your keys? I didn't! Give me my fucking wallet. It's right here. 20's still in it. Why would it not be? No reason.
You good people. You good people, Cindy.
I just didn't know if someone got a hold of the wallet. Where's my Froyo card? There wasn't a Froyo card in there. Cindy gives him the Froyo card. There's like 2 stamps on this. Why would you even take it? 2 more stamps than I got.
Froyo's right next door.
Look, I like Froyo. No, you don't. It's better than our shitty coffee. Your coffee doesn't taste like shit. The fuck do you mean it doesn't taste like shit? Have you had our coffee? I have it every day.
To be fair, you'd never drink it straight. Right, I add creamer. Yeah, if by creamer you mean Bailey's.
It's Irish cream, it's Bailey's. If it doesn't horrifically change the flavor profile, horrifically it makes it incredible. Have you done a day of work in the days that you've come here sober?
The first week.
I mean, I haven't done them sober, but I sure as hell haven't been doing them drunk.
Have I done a day sober? Yeah, there were a few times I had to have checkups, and so I wasn't drinking for then. A few times that I knew drug testing was going around, so I wasn't drinking for then. Oh, in the first week before I realized how terrible our precinct wasn't drinking then at all.
Well, I never ask anyone this ever, because I know what people are like in this town. Want to stay in my place? I have a couch.
I'd like that, Cindy.
One evening later, Jimmy just walks back to the precinct. Good morning, sunshine. How was spinning a cardboard box? Just smiles at the chief. Fucking amazing. Thanks. Grabs his keys off the desk. At lunchtime, hey, Steve, buddy. Hey, Jim. You're smiling. Do you have cancer? What? No. You want to go to Cindy's for coffee at lunch? Their coffee tastes like shit. You bet your ass it does.
Oh. And
okay,
really,
who are you and what have you done?
Hold on.
Who are you and what have you done with Jimmy?
And everybody starts thinking there's a thing between the two of them, and really, no, it's just the couch's springs are way better than the cot that Jim's been sleeping on for 5 years. So he's just happy that he got a good night's sleep for the first time in a decade.
But he keeps fucking up the miscommunication by saying, "Man, I had a great night's sleep last night," and people are thinking it's code.
Yeah, and he just literally means, "I had a great night's sleep." Yeah.
I bet you did, man. How good of a night's sleep was it? Just so fucking good. You have no idea. It was just delightful. I got to lay down. Things happened that never happen usually. And I just passed right out. It's not something to be bragging about. Fuck are you talking about? I feel better than I have in years. How long did you last? I don't know, 3 seconds, and then I keeled over? And you're proud of this? Dude, I don't fucking care. I got what I needed. What?
Damn, man, you're an asshole.
What are you talking about? I got sleep. What? I got sleep.
I got a good night's rest.
Wait, what? I went to Cindy's, yeah. Slept on her couch, yeah. And her couch is better than my bed.
Yeah, yeah, because she's there, right? I mean, she's nice company, sure, but like, it's not like we were sleeping in the same. She was in her bed. I was on my couch. I was on the couch.
Wait.
Oh.
You didn't sleep with her? The fuck do you? What on earth made you think that?
I don't know. You two are kind of cute.
Thanks. And also, for the first time in 5 fucking years, you came in here with a smile on your face and not calling me some horrible name of the day. Yeah, well, for the first time in 5 fucking years, I had a good night fucking sleep, and also I'm willing to overlook the fact that you keep hogging all the fucking donuts. but I'm willing to be nice about it today. Because I slept well.
Fast forward 5 years, a relationship actually has started because at some point he's moved in and started paying rent just to sleep on the damn couch.
He looks at the calendar. Oh, hey, honey, look. It's Irwinn Day. Oh, that was the day with the double jeopardy guy. Yeah. Yeah. Man, can you believe that's the push I needed to actually end up doing stuff with you? Well, led to it. Yeah, but still. I wonder what Steve Irwinn's up to these days. I guess we'll never know.
Turns on the television.
Crikey, mates! I'm Steve Irwinn.
I'm Steve Irwinn.
Copyright pending.
I'm Steve Irwinn. This is done for parody purposes and is still educational. This is done for a combination of parody and education with complete sign-off from the Irwinn family. As a result, please do not send us angry emails about besmirching the name. They feel that anything that can be done to increase the visibility of the cause of climate change is incredibly worth.
Huh. He actually is doing good things. Giuseppe's reopened, right? Yeah, they've been open for a while, actually. I think they're doing pizza now. I miss their bagels. Their bagels.
No, you misunderstand me. They're doing pizza bagels now. They do bagels, and you can also like get them made with the cheese and the pepperonis and shit.
I actually think you can replace the regular cheese with cream cheese, and they make a special sauce. It's just, oh my god. We're going now.
We're going.
Okay.
It's Irwinn Day. We have to. We have to celebrate.
Yeah, we do. So it's Irwinn Day. Hey, honey, look, it's Irwinn Day.
Okay, I'm changing the name of the episodes to... So we created a holiday.
What day is today? Right now. Like, I'm not talking, oh, it's the night, but it's technically morning. What is the technical morning date right now? It is February 24th. I hereby dub February 24th Irwinn Day and encourage everyone to do impressions of Steve Irwinn.
And when somebody goes, is that your Steve Irwinn? You go, no, my Steve Irwinn. What's the difference?
Two ends. Got to the end of this fucking story, which is Jimmy going into the precinct with the new recruit. Alright, so here's your first case. I'm gonna go in there. I'll be aggressive. You just hang on. Why? Things can get weird in this precinct. Weird how? Have you met the chief? Seems like a reasonable guy. Yeah, keep waiting. What?
Hang on.
Just...
They walk in, right?
Do you want to know?
No. Please let me. I got some in mind.
Okay.
I'm Emperor Norton. I am Emperor Norton of the United States of America. He died 100 years ago.
And he was never the Emperor of the United States of America.
Though, to be fair, at the time, had he been, it would have been better policies than the actual things that democracy was doing.
Turns to the rookie. We will discuss politics at a later time when this guy ain't in the room. No, by all means, speak politics. I am your Emperor. I'm open to suggestions. The love of Christ, you're not okay. Emperor Norton.
Emperor, may I ask for ranked choice voting? Absolutely.
Don't humor him. Don't humor them.
What is he accused of having done? Disturbing the peace. Oh, come on. That's not a crime. Wait, yes. How did he disturb the peace?
Looks at the file. He stood up on the town statue, okay, climbed on top of it, getting worse, and I believe he started waving his dick at people. Okay, unclothed.
Hang on, how is he only being accused of disturbing the peace? There's like 3 other crimes there, and like one of them that's actually like worth prosecuting.
Apparently the chief oversaw this. Looks over at the guy, looks over at Jimmy. I'm starting to understand what you meant. Oh, come on. Who among us hasn't gotten naked from time in our houses, Chief? You mean to tell me you've never walked the streets nude? Have you?
I
At
mean-
night?
I mean, I might have taken a piss outside of a bar once, but this is something completely different than that.
There's a woman whose daughter saw. Little Julie is 5. 5, Chief. You're never too young to don't
No,
even.
don't.
Don't, Chief. Look, you can't defend this crap. Just let us prosecute him. No, what is it with you and wanting to prosecute everyone? We're cops!
Excuse me, Chief. We'll talk in a bit. We'll see to this. Wait, who's the new guy? What's the new guy's name? We didn't
Ted.
get it. Ted. Ted pulls a. Jimmy goes, "Why the fuck are you upstaging me right here? What the fuck are you on about?" And Ted goes, "Come with me, come with me." He goes, "Fucking better be fucking good." And they walk over and
Don't get paid for
and
enough for this shit.
they walk over into an interrogation room that's empty at the moment. Okay, what do you have to say? I am here. I'm new. I started this week, right? And you've been on
Yeah.
the force for like 15 years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have completely different perspectives on what policing is and what it should be, correct?
Sort of.
But we both agree that guy shouldn't be in charge of law enforcement officers.
He's got connections, kid.
Let me. I propose that I go to City Hall. I go to the press. And like national press, not the local nuttery.
Okay,
that might be
I
this
get it. I
town.
get it. We start up a movement.
I get him removed from his position. Then you take over his job and actually lead this place with some level of sense. Not charging people for terrible things. Sorry, not charging people for things that don't really matter, but charging people for things that do matter.
Kid, I hope you realize that the only way that we're ever going to get that man convicted successfully in this town with the jury system and his method of prosecution is if we are as absolutely fucking insane as he is. Got it. Commence Operation Calvin Ball. Kid? Yeah, just smiles.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
do
go
well
far.
here.
Cut to them in court. Court is now in session for the, well, unusual behaviors and actions of the police chief, Mr. Marston. Mr. Marston? That's my first name. Your first name is Mr.? Yep. Just sits down. No opening statement, Your Honor. No, we have an opening statement. Fine. Opening statement, Your Honor. Yes, go ahead.
Let the kid give it.
The waffles were not on the roof, Your Honor. The entire crowd gasps.
Okay, I think we stop here, but I think Operation Calvin Ball is the beginning. Is the beginning of week 2. Like we'll visit Operation Calvin Ball in week 2. I just gotta get some sleep.
Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, I will repeat myself. The waffles were not on the roof. That's outrageous! I put my waffles on the roof every damn morning!
Thank you, everyone. This has been So We Started a Podcast, episode 1.
If you
So
like
we
our
hang
long-winded,
on.
unusual stories,
Hang on. This has been So We Started a Podcast, episode 1. So we created a holiday.
so we created a fucking holiday. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Good night.
See you either late this week or early next.